Hello, followers of Connected Soul. So, welcome to our third episode of Being Real. So, today is my turn for sharing, and I'm going to share with you that I feel this is something that will applies to both ladies and even guys as well. Okay, so for the past few weeks, I've been experiencing things that has been really, really very, very unpleasant. So much so that it kind of took a toll on my mental health because for the whole of this year, seriously, I've been like tip top condition in my mental status. Um, I don't feel like bits of sadness or doubtfulness and stuff like that. But of late, I've been feeling that quite a fair bit to the point that I was kind of a bit paranoid. Okay, let me tell you what happened. Okay, basically, it is called harassment. All right, don't think that harassment only happens to ladies, it can happen to guys as well. So that's why I want to share this and telling you very clearly this applies to both genders. Now, what happened? It actually has like a couple uh, of situation and a few people involved, so to speak, to cost me this kind of mental how should I put it? A toll on my mental health. But I'm picking up pretty well now, okay? And I'm going to tell you how I overcome this, okay? Now, let me tell you the first one. So there's this guy. So I would actually think that he's kind of a stalker in a way because he has been actually been around in my neighborhood for years. And I do notice that he has been keeping an eye on me because somehow you feel it when there's this pair of eyes looking at you from far, that kind of feeling, when especially if you're very intuitive, you can feel it. And I felt it many times. And the moment I look up, right, he's somewhere at a corner or he is like somewhere a couple of meters away looking straight at me. Am I being sensitive about it? No, because a couple of years ago, this dude, right, actually walked right up to me at a food center and looked at me and asked me, "Where do you stay?" So back then, I'm honestly not a very kind person. And I was like, "What the? You want to know? Who the hell are you? I have no reason to tell you anything." That was me then. Okay, so obviously he so-called lay off and he didn't dare to talk to me. But I do notice that the frequency of him appearing out of nowhere is still very, very evident. And just about 2 weeks, no, about 3 weeks ago, we so happened, unfortunately, I so happened to take the same public transport as him. I didn't notice he was actually at a bus stop. So when I got up the bus, which was really pretty empty, and when I sat down, I noticed that he was sitting right across me diagonally. And when I talk about right across, right, the seat is actually four seaters facing each other, so two seats. And he was just sitting diagonally across me. That has kind of like, I'm like, what the hell he wants? Why is he sitting there when the bus is so empty? But it got worse because when the bus stopped at one of the stop, right, he suddenly jumped up and sat right next to me. And I noticed his hand start fiddling into, put his hand into the bag and start fiddling and jerking. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I'm like, if you try to be funny, seriously, I'm not going to be kind and nice anymore. I'm just surely going to whack you or whatsoever. I've done that before. Okay, in a bus as well. Somebody took photo of me and my family member. So I told myself not to be that fierce anymore. But when a situation arises and you need to, ladies and gentlemen, you need to stand up. Don't go home crying, okay? Do what you need to do at that very moment. So this round, what I did was that because I had a very big bag with me, so I swing the bag and create like a boundary between us, okay? And so I heard the universe loud and clear just told me that you don't need to whack him, you just need to get off safely. All right, So I was like, okay. When I arrived at a bus stop that I wanted to alight, right? I didn't move or didn't give any hint that I'm going to alight at all, because my concern was that because he trapped me in the seat inside. So if I stand up and walk normally, right, I'm not too sure whether his hand's going to lay somewhere on my body or whatsoever. So what happened was that I did a very sudden jerk, hop off the bus, and that so much so, I was so fast that he didn't even notice that I was getting off. So when I was out of the bus, I noticed him staring at me out from the window, like, that kind of look. And just last week, I saw him again when I was at a food center. And obviously, I was like really early at the food center, just having coffee, having my me time. And I noticed that he was sitting at the table next to me again. It was pretty empty. I'm like, wow, oh my God, you again. And at that moment, I just had to hang around a little bit longer till he left. And when he walked away, he deliberately chose to walk next to me. I mean, the table, just, walk beside to, I don't know what the hell he was doing. So that caused me to be very uncomfortable as well. Because then I was thinking I need to just hang around and make sure that he's not somewhere to see where I live or whatever. So that's the thing that also took a mental toll, a toll on my mental health in a way. That you need to be very careful, you need to be paranoid in a way already. So that didn't do me too good, okay? How did I manage this part? I will tell you, okay? And the other one is last week I also caught someone taking a photo of me. It was like, and initially he struck conversation about my dog. I was like, oh yeah, sure. So then when I was like waiting for the lift to get home, just at the corner of my eye, I kind of like feeling something isn't right. So when I turned around, I saw him holding his camera facing at me. So I asked him, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, oh, I cannot take photo. I said, obviously you can't take a photo of me. What nonsense is this, right? So don't be afraid to tell people what they are not allowed to do. You have to speak up. Just imagine, I just, really very fearful. And I am already so vocal, I will tell them off, stop doing this kind of shit, And I already felt the emotional, or rather say the mental discomfort in a way. And just last Sunday, another one, okay? I don't know why of late it has been so rampant. So last Sunday when I was walking at a crowded area towards a mall, and I kind of noticed that someone seems to be whispering at my ear. I was walking, okay? And I just felt some voice really very close to my ear. And I got a shock. I was like, what the hell was that? Then I saw someone walking past very quickly, and I was suspecting, could that be the voice where it was coming from? Because he also turned around and looked, so that caused me to be really, really suspicious. And I was like, was it just me being paranoid, thinking that I hear a voice or what? So within like a minute, the same thing happened. So I was right. It was that guy. So he walked past me, right, and he made a loop, and he came back, and this round he walked even closer and whispered to me at my ear again. And I literally just shouted in the public, shouted at him, okay? He's like, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I vulgar. I'm like, what the F you want? Who the hell gave you the permission to stand so close to me and talk to me? And I was like challenging him, and he got away, okay? I mean, really, last time I would have chased him and spank or whack him. Whatever in my hand, I'll throw at him. So during then, it caused me to be really very, very, very paranoid and very angry, really very angry, because I was like, what the hell is happening? I don't deserve all this thing. It has been happening so frequently, to the point that I was like texting my friend and told my friend what happened. I noticed my instant reflex, right, was that I immediately leaned my body against a wall so that there's no one could just walk behind me or whatsoever, So that wasn't very good. How do I get over this? You need to talk to someone. You cannot keep it inside, because Your mind works dual way. It can either help you, okay, or it can also kill you. So if you don't talk to someone, right, sometimes that voice, the darker voice, will tell you things like, what have you done? Is it because of your dressing? Maybe you deserve it, or all that kind of thing. So don't let anyone or tells you that you deserve it. Nobody deserves such treatment. Okay? Everybody should be respected, no matter how they look, no matter what gender they are. You need to stand up and speak up for yourself. All right? At that very instant, nobody can help you unless you voice out. And I have to say this because I've seen this in the social media so many times. Don't wait till you get home and start posting on social media and start crying and asking for help. If you don't do it at that very instant, and you're going to tell me, at that moment, I was really very fearful. I get that. I mean, you mean I'm not? I felt that as well. But you need to help yourself, okay? So stand up for yourself. And at that moment, if you need help, just call. I've done that, and people really step up to help me. Okay, you just need to be brave enough and stop the fella, whatever that fella is doing. All right, and then ask, can someone please help me? Just say it loudly. All right, there are people who will step up and step in to help you. And definitely, for me, last Friday was really, really bad for my mental. I was getting a little bit depressed in a way. So happened that a kind friend of mine text and check in on me. Hey, how are you doing? Kind of thing. So don't be afraid to even share your emotion. Just tell a friend that you can trust and say that I'm not doing too well today. These are the things that happened, and my friend went like, I'm really sorry to hear that. Are you okay? All you need to, right, at that moment is someone to ask you, are you okay? I tell you, that moment I really nearly melt down and I hardly cry. At that moment, I really felt like crying. It's like, oh my God, the comfort. It is really so comforting to hear someone asking me, are you okay? Because I've got like asshole telling me things like, laughing it off and say that I'm sure you can whack the person up, no issue. So, I mean, what if I can whack the person up, whatever? Does that mean that I deserve it? No, right? So if you have got idiots like that in your life, saying this kind of sarcasm, ask the universe to remove them. Yeah, we don't need idiots in our life, okay? So remember, I told you last week, journaling and also like situations that you meet, like what I did, you just need to speak it out. Talk to someone to let it out. Like now, I'm talking to all of you. I really feel a lot better because I feel that for me to step out and share this, right, I'm actually helping a lot more people as well. So be brave for yourself. Please speak up, okay? That's all for my sharing today, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. Bye.